Okay, well, let's talk about the lamp. So, this is truly a lamp. And I bought it without the lampshade on purpose, for sure. But this is our lamp. And you can see it still has the everything on it. This is still attached. The plug is still attached. The top is still attached, right? But I love this wood look. I love this. And I have a couple of ideas. So I'm going to take this top piece off, right? I know I'm going to take this top piece off. And then that leaves me a flat base with no cord. And we can do a couple of different things. We can put a pumpkin on top of here, right? We could, even thinking like a cream colored pumpkin with some neutral fall colors. I thought we could do something like that. Or I was torn because I also imagined converting this with some hammered black paint to give it more of a hammered look in black, and then putting one of those big skull heads on it, and like for instance you could put that top hat on it and you could do a piece like that. So you could, if you imagine a skull with this on there, that would be gorgeous. Or I could just leave it brown. So I'm torn. I'm really torn. But I bought tons of spray paint because I'm also going to do a Beetlejuice inspired piece, and you'll see why when we get to Michael's stuff. It is a hard decision. I wish I had two. I wish I had two of these, but it's so solid. I mean, it's got the base. It's almost farmhouse look, but I want to transfer, I just want to transform it into something different. That's one of the things I love about taking anything and just transforming it. I picked up a couple of those little metal mannequin dresses and I made floral art with those, and they were really cool. So but I also thought steampunk when I saw this. I thought steampunk, and I've already done 2 steampunk pieces this year. Hey Heather, how's it going? You missed my shopping haul from this morning, and now I'm just talking about this lamp that I'm going to convert. Think candlestick decor, something along those lines. But I'm going to take the top off and the cord off, and I just can't decide if I want to convert this to more of like a fall design in this pretty brown, or I have some hammered black spray paint and I want to do a goth decor piece. Thank you for the share. Thank you so much. So I'm torn between fall and goth. Of course, that's always my struggle, right? I always lean towards the goth side to do something crazy, kind of like my vampire, but not everybody loves goth, but not everybody loves fall decor or farmhousey stuff either. Put a battery candle in the bottom. Exactly. It reminds me of a castle tower too. And they had this really cool large resin crow that I almost got for this thing. I almost got it to put it on top of this thing, because how would that would have been cool too. So speaking of, let me show you what I did get. And this isn't going to be for everybody, but I thought it was really cool. But I got this at Michael's. Now, think about, again, something like this. You could spray paint this black, right? and then put something like this on top of it and have a decor piece, right? Or remember, we got the candlesticks at the Dollar Tree. We have the candlesticks at the Dollar Tree. So what about something like that? We could do something like that. Right? And then put some florals in there. How cool would that be? Scary. I think it's really a neat piece. Really cool piece. I liked it. It's a little scary. Not everybody likes scary for Halloween. I do. So I kind of lean towards what I like. Yeah, a wow statement. You're not into Gothic, but I know a lot of people that are and would love it. I know it's really not for everyone, right? But I love goth. I love goth decor. So that's why you saw that I had all the blacks and purples and reds earlier, right? And you could actually even throw in some dark navies, and you don't even have to do just all dark colors when you go goth. I mean, you can do pink goth, glam goth. So Gothic decor is not just black and red. And that's one of the things that I love about it. I love being able to take many different colors and making it goth without it just being black and red. I do too. I love the dark and moodies. I love the dark and moodies. As a matter of fact, I did a fall color combo guide to share with people, and all the color combos in there are dark and moody. I mean, of course I lighten them up, you know, the color palette, but for example, one of the colors I threw in there is oxblood burgundy. I love it. It's kind of like this red right here. You know, it's a really, really dark, real red. Not like a bright, vibrant red like up here, right? But a really dark passion red. Your house is black and white. I love it. I love it. Love it. Dark, rich red, yes. At one time, I had my kitchen painted a dark, rich red. And I ended up going to a green, but I loved it. Classic and clean, yes, for sure. Okay, so got this at the Michaels, right? So Michaels is, in my area at least, they are still putting Halloween stuff out. So for example, when I was there on Friday, they did not have this out yet. So when I was there today, they did. So they're slowly getting their stuff out, but it's a gradual process, just like, you know, the Dollar Tree. So the only thing the Dollar Tree had were those bushes that I showed you. And this wasn't even in the Halloween section. They don't even have the Halloween candlesticks out yet. So I'm going to go back and get some. But we've got these. And then let me show you some of the florals that I did get at Michael's, because I want to show you. Oh, speaking of black and white, look at these pics. So I got two of them. But look at these fun pics. It's a witch hat. Now, what does this remind you of when you see this? What does this remind you of? Does this bring anything to mind? And look how cool these hats are. You can look at how cool. They're like those curly sprays that we use, right? They are bendable and movable. Yes, yes. So now you understand why I have some green spray paint. Yep. How cool. I'm going to be doing something Beetlejuice inspired. It's not going to be Beetlejuice, of course, because he's trademarked. But I can play with the colors. We can play with the colors. We can make it work. We can do all the things, all the stuffs and things, right? But how fun is that pick? I love it. So I had to show you, especially since, you know, you like the black and white. And then, so I did get, and Heather's gonna love these. She'll probably swoon if she's still here. Yes, Michael's. Look at these blue dahlias. How pretty are these? Hey, Tatsi. Aren't these so pretty? They're kind of like a smoky blue, right? Now, wait till you see what else I got with it. And then you'll see my vision start to come to life, right? So I got some long bladed eucalyptus leaves. But here it comes, okay? Look at this. Remember I said I love the odd things, odd and unusual? So I got this. And these. What did these remind you of? Do you remember? I showed it today. See how that soft pink? Okay, so I love the pom-poms. I got the pinks. Wait. Look. Look at these neutral brown flowers. Look at these. They are flowy. I love them. So think these. And I got some cream chrysanthemums. They're little bitty ones. And I got some. Now this is actually out of the spring collection, so it was 70% off. But look at this. These are cream. They're not white. They're cream. So this with this, right? Then I got two of these flowers, right? But throw the blue. Look at the blue. Think blue, smoke blue, velvet ribbon. Think about this, right? And then remember our pumpkin? Are you seeing my vision now? Remember our pumpkin with all of the browns and pinks and creams and blue, right? And remember we had our candlestick. So like literally this vision just came to life today. All of it was inspired by this pumpkin, right? By this one pumpkin. That was my first stop. So I had to get the flowers and I had to get all the stuffs and things that are going to go with it. Wait until that comes together. What do you think? Love it? Drop me a purple heart if you love it. I'm excited. And I don't really play with these colors very often. I really don't. But it was all inspired by this one pumpkin. And I thought, we can make this work. We can so make this work with these flowers. These pink flowers match perfectly. These brown flowers, look how that just goes really well with it. The creams, a little bit of blue, not a lot of blue. I don't want to overwhelm it with blue, but I am excited about that. I think that will be fun. And I think that'll be a fun design that we can do this week. Now, oh, I forgot. I did also get these really cool, unique sedum. Yes, it's sedum. But look at that. It's just a layer of texture that's different and unique, right? So that would be pretty too. That came from Michael's. That came from Michael's as well. And then I did grab some eucalyptus. This came out of the spring collection, but you can actually use some of this in with your neutral candlestick that we're going to do. You can use little pieces of it throughout your design as filler. because look how, this is one bush, right? And it was 70% off. I think I got this whole thing for like $4. Like, it's insane. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 stems on here for like $4 because it was 70% off. And then I, of course, grabbed some of these. These are those little curly sprays that Michael's has. Those are the curly sprays. And look at this. How cute would that be? And they glitter. See how they just shine and glitter? The same as these little stems right here. The stems have glitter on them too. So that's going to be really cool. I did get, so they have some fall budget bushes. And that's what this is. And it's really cute. It looks like little daisies. You get 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 cuts on this. And right now they're on sale for $1.99. So, you know, think of the first place where I went where they raised their prices from $1.25 to $1.75, right? These are $1.99. So, the other thing that I got, because I was thinking about the bench that I have, and I was also thinking about this pumpkin. Remember, we have this pumpkin, right? And I'm going to take those leaves off of it, but we have this pumpkin. But what about if we used this, some of these? I love the dark navies and oranges, right? I love the dark orange and navy. But how pretty would that be with that pumpkin? And then I have this pick as well, which has a pumpkin on it, but it's got the blueberries, the leaves, the pine cones, all the different things. So, again, you know, when you think about something like this, that just goes really well with that, especially this little textured pumpkin, the way it has that natural brown color. And I think the only other thing that I grabbed was a couple of these fall bushes. Some of these fall bushes, they're 40% off right now, but they are touched with a little bit of pink. You can see the pink in there. So, I'm telling you, Michael's has got the goods, and so does the Dollar Tree. So does the Dollar Tree. Your jaw. Did it fall to the floor? Did it fall to the floor? Hey, Stacy. Yes, I know, right? I mean, that was just 2 stores that I went to this morning. So, of course, you know, Hobby Lobby's not open today, but I do want to go grab a couple of cream-colored pumpkins. And don't forget that At Home has their jack-o'-lanterns back this year. So, those are the nice big 16-inch jack-o'-lanterns. I think they're $35. So they've got those from last year. Those were a big hit. Everybody loves making those into a centerpiece with some designs on the top of those. They have a really cool black and white one, actually. So, and I actually saw another designer use one of those black and white jack-o'-lanterns with lots of black flowers and this pick. So, But I had seen that pick the other day, but didn't pick any up because I wanted to use my coupon. So I used a coupon today. But the only other thing that I had planned on talking about today was just checking to see if there's any questions. I've been getting a lot of questions about goth, and I've done a couple of YouTube videos regarding goth decor and how to pick the right things for gothic decor. So there's some videos over on my YouTube channel that I have, but absolutely, if there's, you know, questions, I'm happy to help. There is one of my friends, his name's David. He is with Glitter Shack Creations, and he makes signs, and he's made me some goth signs. I also have with Forever Brooke Designs, she's done some goth signs for me as well. So I've done some goth 4th of July. I did goth Mother's Day. I have done goth Easter with gothic rabbits. I've done some steel rabbits with centerpieces. So anything that you have questions about, let me know. I'm happy to answer. But I'm just going to pause and see if there's any general questions. So I think this week coming up, just to let you know my schedule, it's looking like I may end up getting some sort of full-time gig again. For those of you that don't know, I was laid off from corporate America, but I'm going back to work soon, hopefully. When I do, I won't be going live every day at noon, but I do try to go live here on TikTok every day at noon until that happens. And you know, we'll just be designing something. So I think what I've got planned for this week, I want to work on the lamp. I've got to break it down and sort of take all the parts off of it, right? And decide if I want to do the hammered look or if I want to leave it the brown, right? So this is what I'm talking about, if you missed it. I need to decide if I'm gonna, you know, transform it to a black hammered base, or if I'm gonna leave this base the same. But I think we're gonna work on this week. And then I would also like to work on our pink pumpkin candlestick this week. I think that will be really fun. I think that will, you know, turn out to be really beautiful. And then I think we are going to, if I get myself organized, I want to work on my Beetlejuice inspired design. I've got some things to paint green, right? I've got some things to take care of here with the green first, but I'm thinking we can do something, you know, along those lines this week as well.